Are you powerful, visionary entrepreneur who keep battling with the emotions and don't know how to go about them, possibly numbing, controlling, avoiding, might be that way out of those emotions and not having an understanding what they dealing with and how charging that could be and how burning to the crisp that could be, and they possibly experience that once or twice or even more times, and somehow attempting to pick up the pieces and keep at it again until at some point enough is enough. It's not a very sustainable way to keep battling with those emotions and start recognizing that there's more to it. And what's the secret about it is the acceptance. And I'm not saying because you're battling the emotions and controlling the emotions, controlling the experiences that you experience, and not seeing that acceptance, what it means to accept you for who you are and accept what you're dealing with to be able to move forward, because the attempt of control and battling can and creates that resistance, create even bigger battle, when with the acceptance you can transform that battle to more of that inner peace and more of that emotional harmony, where you can create more and keep can stand in your true power and make a real difference for yourself and others, and create that sustainable living, create sustainable life, create sustainable and freeing, fulfilling life and legacy that you are living and breathing, and even leaving that behind, but not just putting yourself uh, to by burning yourself to crisp, so others can experience you putting yourself in that equation, because that's where the true power is. Your power, when you standing in your power, when people can experience your presence, and that presence can be experienced when you have better understanding how to go about the emotions. And there is a lot of judgments that we grew up with, a lot of judgments based on judging of our behaviors, based on how we express our emotions, and many times because a lot of misunderstanding what those emotions are, where are they coming from, that they are connected to the thoughts, depending on what thoughts we have, what yes, what we were actually taught to believe, based on some expectation, can create a lot of disease in our mind, in our body, in our heart, where those emotions are kind of out of order, in a lot of chaos, and we're so used to that discomfort, so don't know how to create a better comfort, and hope feeling that if we on occasion, even through the burnout, can create the relief and catch the breath, it's good enough. And why self-sacrificing yourself and burning yourself and missing out on beautiful experiences, when you can actually create a more sustainable way, where you can be more available to standing more often in your power, when you start shifting your mind, you opening your heart and your body to move through those emotions, because well, the secret emotions are energy in motions. You get to dance in your life, even if just for fun, and especially when you going through some dense emotions and discomfort, to move your body, to shake you up, to to shift something in your mind, to open your heart, to open your body for that expansion. So those emotions just pass by, and not attempting to control them, not attempting to store them, not attempting to suppress them, but just joyfully moving them through, and let them go, and moving forward in a joyful way. And when you start coming to that awareness and getting on board and finding courage to be in more of that joyful dance of life on a daily basis, putting together some simple practices of that dance, with the music, without the music, just moving the body, and some other connective practices to get your mind and body and heart on board, in coming from more of that cohesive state, where you can experience more of that joy of life, more of that inner peace. There might be thoughts start surfacing, recognizing, creating awareness that you wasted so much time, that it feels like a waste to you, in being so unconscious and creating all that chaos, and not dealing with your emotions. Have a lot of grace around it, and lessen the judgment of what transpired, and put more of that love, grace, forgiveness, and gratitude around it, so you can also move forward. And once you know better, you start being and doing better, and not stacking yourself again with the judgment of of what happened, that you don't have any control. That's another attempt of controlling the situation, that you get to quickly recognize you cannot change the past. What happened in the past stays in the past. What you can change and shift is what you experience at the present moment, and how your future will be unfolding, um, with less of that judgment and more of that wholeness, and embody and enjoying the dance. And because even when we are willing and courageous, visionary, powerful leaders, willing to go on that journey of transformation, of moving through our emotions, and to be of service to others. It also, yes, it doesn't mean that we always 24/7 will be dealing with just nice things. We are in a better space to be of service to others, and to be of better service to ourselves still, because when we have a better understanding of what's the emotion about, when we lessening the judgment, when we give ourselves more compassion, grace, forgiveness, and love, we can also share that with the others, and support them on their journeys, and be less triggered if of what is happening, especially when we're dealing with family members. It can be very chaotic and emotional battles when we so not aware, and keep operating more from subconscious, when we coming with another family member, and we be triggering each other, and not understanding where that's coming from, because it becoming a chaotic thing, and it's hard to separate and assign exact the responsibility, when we already experienced that in our reality. So stepping back, having those tools under your belt, that those conscious practices on a daily basis uh, can support to move through easier, quicker, some discomfort for you, and discomfort for the other human being, and you can experience a true service to yourself and to others by being less trigger, by even if there are some triggers that are unfolding, to stepping back and be more in observant mode, and showering yourself with love and grace and forgiveness, to be able to move through that, and not stuck in yourself in a controlling mode and judging mode. And you can be that witness and creating that space for the other person and family member. But I know that if you are an entrepreneur, you might have the teams, you're running the business, you're dealing with clients. So I know firsthand how emotional journeys that could be as well with that, because when things going well, things feels in more harmony, but not always. To get to finally completion of some journey and creating some results for your clients, and to experience more of that harmony, we get to many times go through some discomfort, to move through things in that not always a perfect co-creation, because of difference of perspective, of difference of willingness to move through the emotions from other participants. So that's even more important to take care of you, to develop a better habits, so you can, as a leader, move through those things in a more harmonious way, to still be more conscious, more aware, and more awakened of what is happening around you, how you contributing to it, and who else is contributing to it, and not judging yourself, not judging another person, but finding a lot of love, grace, gratitude towards the situation, and finding to be able to transform, to move through the emotions, and experience more of that inner peace for you, and share that with the other human being, and show them that it's possibility, even though it might take some time, it might take a practice, because like I had mentioned, we so conditioned and programmed to judging our emotions, to attempting to control emotions, not having the understanding why we have the emotions, and many times misinterpreting them through our mind, who operating from the fear when there's something new showing up, and feeling that it's possibly in danger, and our body is contracting. And when there's a bunch of those unprocessed dense emotions that residing in our body, it can also create more of that disharmony and this ease. So finding more of that ease again, moving through those emotions, and start processing the current one, and finding willingness to process some that unprocessed, to create more of that space expansion of your mind, heart, and body, is so crucial to make a difference, real difference for yourself, and difference for others, to create more of that emotional harmony. And harmony is more than just balancing act. We also so used to, because we desire to have more of that harmony, to balance, attempting at the balance, and that's it's becoming a very partial thing, that it's almost like attempting to control with the balance and the harmony. You more of the leader and observer and conductor of your harmony, when things falling into place together, and you start seeing how harmonious that could be, through that acceptance. And I believe I mentioned the acceptance of yourself is the big key in that, to be able to transform those densities, and create more of that harmony and inner peace in your life and with the others, because that many times that turmoil and chaos is unfolding based on the judgment and lack of acceptance, and running on expectations and judgment of others. So when it's in more harmony, and you not being triggered by that judgment, because you know who you are and willing to stand more in your power using your voice, and you will not be so triggered with the others, and can also support others, because they also on their journey. There might be acting out of fear, out of possibly jealousy, because they see something that they judging in themselves, in you. And jealousy might be because you in a different space and they would love to be in that space. So creating that open, non-judgmental space with a lot of compassion and grace to yourself can help them to find that possibility, that it's also possible for them to create more of that harmony. And harmony, there are different also components, but not to focus and dwell on each component, just to reevaluate how to create more of that total harmony between your physical, mental, and mental, emotional, and spiritual, where that is like wobbling for you, and putting more love, compassion, and grace towards those areas, to get back to more of that total harmony and experience more of that on a daily basis. So that's the message for today. I would love to co-create with some amazing, powerful, visionary women who are committed to their visions and to their communities and their journeys, and want to expand their presence in that co-creative, intimate experience, where we can come together and create more of that heart mastery, and coming and co-creating together in that community, to build more of that immunity to the outside world, where we can come from more of that power and wholeness to our family members, to our team members, to our businesses, to our clients, to be of that true service, and expand our legacy and live a fulfilled life, that to the fullest, with a lots of love, joy, peace, light, and compassion. So feel free to go. I believe in the description there is a link to the page where you can explore some blog posts, or actually click on the link to connect, to expand our presence. It's a evaluation call to see if we are a good match, to see, and each blog post also have that link to see if we in alignment to co-create together and expand our presence. And so feel free to do that. I would love to also see your comments, what kind of resonates with the message, and sharing your thoughts and experiences in the comment section. Also liking, it's exposing that content to more people when you feel called to share with somebody that might be in resonance of that message and of service to the person, to have that deeper understanding what to do with the emotions and how to go about it to create more of that harmony. Feel free to share, subscribe to the channel, where you can see when the next live is coming, and when to check the new content. And I'm also kind of experimenting more with some shorts to create more visibility for that content. And thank you for whoever subscribing to the channel and engaging with the content and with the shorts. So sending much love, joy, peace, light, and compassion to you, my dears, and take care.